Welcome to the DigyKeys podcast. I'm Ethan Carter.
And I'm Madison Brooks.
And we are back with another deep dive
into a topic you guys requested.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions about this one.
A lot of interest.
It's something that I know I'm always trying to get better at. Focus and concentration. How to improve that.
Absolutely. And we're going to tie it back to something super interesting.
To sleep.
To sleep, exactly.
So we'll be exploring this based on a DigyKeys article called, "What is the connection between sleep and focus?"
I love that title. Very straightforward.
Straight to the point.
We're going to be straightforward, too.
Yeah, so get ready for some eye-opening insights, because it turns out sleep impacts our ability to concentrate.
Yeah.
Be productive.
And even be creative.
Way more than I think any of us realize.
More than we think, right?
And the article even mentions that the UK economy takes a massive hit.
Billions of pounds.
Each year due to sleep deprivation.
Every year.
So clearly,
it's a big deal.
Yeah, this is something worth looking into. So why don't you just kick us off and tell us a little bit about, why is this so important? Why is sleep so important for focus?
I think it really comes down to how we view sleep.
Oh.
We often think of it as just downtime.
Right.
Like this passive activity where we're just, resting.
Yeah, recharging.
Recharging, yeah. But it's way more dynamic than that.
It's like active rest or something.
It is active rest because during sleep, our brains are actually carrying out all these essential maintenance tasks.
That directly impact our focus.
Yes, exactly.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
I've definitely experienced that foggy brain feeling after a bad night's sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what's happening? Is my brain just
yeah, it's
not getting its tune-up?
It hasn't had its tune-up. It's like trying to run your car on an empty tank.
Oh, wow.
And studies have actually shown that even just one night of missing out on good sleep
can really mess things up.
It can significantly impair our cognitive abilities, affecting things like decision-making, problem-solving, memory, recall, even our mood.
Oh, it's all-encompassing.
Yeah, it's not just about feeling tired. It really impacts every aspect of how we function.
Okay, so let's dive into the specifics of this brain maintenance. I've always been curious about the different stages of sleep.
Okay.
Like NREM and REM sleep.
Yes.
What is actually going on in our brains during these stages, and how does that tie back to our ability to focus?
Well, during NREM sleep, particularly the deep, slow wave sleep, that's when your body really gets to work on physical repair and toxin removal. It's like a deep clean for your whole system.
Reset.
A total reset. And this includes removing a protein called beta amyloid, which is linked to cognitive decline.
So that's bad stuff.
It's not good stuff. You want to get rid of it.
Okay.
So it's almost like your brain is taking out the trash.
Making space.
Making space to create a cleaner, more efficient working environment.
So if deep sleep is like cleaning house, what's happening during REM sleep?
Good question.
I know that's when we tend to have those crazy dreams.
Yeah, the dreams.
Does that have anything to do with focus?
So REM sleep is less about physical restoration and more about mental restoration.
Interesting.
This is where the magic happens in terms of memory consolidation, emotional processing.
And creativity.
And even creativity, that aha moment you get.
Yeah.
When you've been struggling with a problem and then suddenly the solution just pops into your head.
Happens all the time.
That's often the result of your brain working things out during REM sleep.
So it's not just about hitting a certain number of hours of sleep then.
Right.
It's about making sure we're cycling through these different stages effectively.
Exactly. You need both.
What happens when we shortchange ourselves on either NREM or REM sleep?
That's when we start to see problems.
What are the real-world consequences?
Real-world consequences, yeah.
We're looking at?
Well, chronic sleep deprivation, it can have some pretty serious implications.
Like what?
Well, think about the workplace, for example.
Right.
When we're sleep deprived, our productivity takes a hit. We're more likely to make errors. And we might find it harder to tackle those complex tasks.
Like it just all becomes more difficult.
It does. It's like trying to run a business on fumes. Eventually, something's got to give.
And it's not just work.
Yeah.
Right? I know, I'm way more irritable.
Oh, yeah.
And I find it harder to cope with stress when I haven't slept well.
You're absolutely right. Sleep deprivation doesn't just impact our cognitive function. It also takes a toll on our emotional resilience.
Okay.
It throws off our brain's ability to regulate emotions.
Interesting.
Making us more prone to irritability, stress, even putting us at a higher risk of things like anxiety and depression.
So it's like a downward spiral.
Yeah, it can be if you're not careful.
So for anyone out there juggling a demanding job, striving to reach ambitious goals,
Entrepreneurs,
students, you name it.
anyone who wants to function at their best.
Getting enough sleep isn't just about feeling well rested.
Wow.
It's a strategic advantage.
It is. It's an investment in your cognitive and emotional capital.
I love that phrase.
And the return on that investment is huge. Better focus, better decision-making, and greater resilience.
Okay, so we've established that sleep is super important. But how do we actually improve our sleep quality?
Right. How do we get better sleep?
Are there any practical tips or like sleep hygiene hacks
Sleep hygiene hacks. I like that.
we can implement to make sure we're getting the most out of those precious hours of shut-eye?
Absolutely. There are tons of things you can do.
Let's hear them.
Skillful yet effective strategies to incorporate into your routine to really boost your sleep quality.
Okay,
And a key principle is consistency.
consistency.
Just like an athlete trains their body on a regular schedule, you need to train your sleep-wake cycle.
To get the best performance.
Exactly.
Okay, consistency, got it. So it's not just about catching up on sleep on the weekends then.
Right.
It's about sticking to that regular sleep schedule, even when life gets busy.
Even when things are hectic.
What else can we do to create a more sleep-friendly environment?
Think about your bedroom as a sleep sanctuary. Ideally, it should be cool, dark, and quiet.
Like a cave.
Well, almost like a cave. Yes. Minimize any noise and light disruptions as much as possible.
Okay.
And investing in a comfortable mattress and pillows that support your preferred sleep position,
Can make a big difference.
it can make a world of difference.
A cave-like bedroom. I like the sound of that. What about all the screens
Oh, the screen.
we're surrounded by these days? I know they're not exactly conducive to good sleep.
You're absolutely right. Electronic devices, they emit blue light,
Mm-hmm.
which can interfere with our natural sleep-wake cycle by suppressing the production of melatonin,
Which is?
a hormone that helps regulate our sleep.
Okay.
So that's why it's crucial to avoid screen time for at least an hour before bed.
So ditch the screens, embrace the darkness.
Exactly.
What about relaxation techniques? Can those help us wind down before bed
Absolutely.
and ease into sleep mode?
Incorporating relaxation techniques into your bedtime routine can significantly improve sleep quality.
Like what?
Things like mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation,
All that good stuff.
all the good stuff.
So we've got consistent sleep schedules, cave-like bedrooms, blue light avoidance relaxation techniques.
That's a good start.
Any other sleep hygiene hacks we should know about?
Well, it's also wise to be mindful of your caffeine and alcohol intake,
Oh yeah,
especially close to bedtime.
right.
Caffeine can linger in your system for hours,
I think up your sleep.
disrupting sleep. Yeah. And while alcohol might initially make you feel drowsy, it can actually interfere with those deeper sleep stages later in the night.
Oh wow.
So you're not getting that restorative sleep that you need.
So it's not just about what we do right before bed.
Right.
It's about our habits throughout the day too.
Exactly.
I hadn't really thought about that connection before.
It's all connected.
So even small changes can have a significant impact.
Absolutely.
Start by incorporating one or two of these sleep hygiene tips into your routine.
Yeah, just start small.
Gradually add more as you get comfortable.
Find what works for you.
It's all about building those healthy sleep habits,
One step at a time.
one step at a time. This is all incredibly insightful. It's amazing how we often take sleep for granted,
I know.
yet it's so fundamental to our well-being
It really is.
and our ability to function at our best.
Absolutely. Quality sleep is an investment, not a luxury.
Right.
It fuels our focus, our productivity, our creativity,
Our mental and physical health.
our overall well-being.
I love that, an investment in ourselves.
That is.
But let's bring it back to our listener,
Okay.
who's tuned in today specifically to improve their focus. Why should they care about all this sleep stuff?
Good question.
How does it directly relate to their daily lives and their goals?
Well, think about it this way. Every aspect of our lives, our work, our relationships, our hobbies,
Yeah.
our ability to learn and grow, it all hinges on our ability to focus,
To be present.
to be present. And as we've discussed, sleep is the bedrock of that focus.
It's like sleep is the secret ingredient to unlocking our full potential.
Exactly. When we prioritize sleep, we're not just improving our ability to concentrate on a task.
Right.
We're boosting our overall cognitive capacity.
Oh, wow.
We become sharper, more creative, more resilient, and better equipped to handle the complexities of life.
It's like sleep is a superpower we all have access to,
I love that analogy.
but often forget to utilize.
It's true, we take it for granted.
And it's not just about the quantity of sleep we get, it's about the quality.
Exactly.
Are we getting enough of those deep sleep stages
Where the magic happens.
where our brains are doing their heavy lifting?
Yes.
Are we cycling through enough REM sleep to consolidate memory,
There's creativity.
boost creativity.
It's all important.
So it's not just about hitting that magic 7 to 9 hour mark.
Right.
It's about making sure we're getting the right kind of sleep.
The quality matters.
And that's where those sleep hygiene habits we discussed come into play. By creating a consistent sleep routine, optimizing our sleep environment, minimizing those sleep disruptors,
Right.
we're setting ourselves up for success
In the sleep department.
in the sleep department.
And in life in general.
It's like we're creating the ideal conditions for our brains to thrive,
I like that.
both during sleep and when we're awake.
Absolutely.
But for our listener who might be feeling a little overwhelmed
Yeah.
by all this information,
It's a lot.
what's the one key takeaway they should walk away with today?
I would say the most important thing is to start viewing sleep as an essential part of your daily routine.
Okay.
Just like eating healthy and exercising.
It's not a luxury. It's a necessity.
Exactly.
Make time for it, prioritize it,
Yes.
and treat it with the same level of importance as any other health habit.
Your health depends on it.
It really does. I think sometimes we forget that.
We do.
That's such great advice. It's not about striving for perfection right away.
No.
It's about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time.
One step at a time.
Maybe start by incorporating 1 or 2 of those sleep hygiene tips
Yeah, see how you feel.
into your routine and see how you feel.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
And don't be afraid to experiment a bit to find what works best for you.
Right. Everyone's sleep needs are different.
That's true.
So listen to your body and adjust your habits accordingly.
It's about finding that sweet spot where you're feeling refreshed and energized,
Yes.
both physically and mentally.
Exactly.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive into the world of sleep and focus.
Yes.
It's incredible how much we can learn about ourselves and unlock our potential,
just by paying attention to our sleep habits.
simply by paying attention to our sleep habit.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
It really is fascinating, and the more we learn about sleep, the more we appreciate
I agree.
just how powerful a tool it is for improving our lives.
It really is.
Well said. Now, for our listeners who are ready to take their sleep and focus to the next level, we've got a fantastic resource for you. Be sure to check out the show notes for a link to DigyKeys' Ability to Focus Guide.
It's a great guide.
It's packed with practical strategies to sharpen your concentration
Yes.
and make the most of your newfound sleep-powered focus
It's a great resource for anyone looking to really take control of their focus.
and reach their full potential.
Absolutely.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into sleep and focus.
Wow, that went by fast.
We did.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired to prioritize my sleep even more after this conversation.
Me too. It's a great reminder that quality sleep is an investment.
In our overall well-being and success.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for listening.
And sweet dreams.
Like and subscribe for more insights, and visit DigyKeys.com for resources like Ability to Focus,
Yeah.
your guide to sharper concentration. See you next time.
Bye. It's a necessity. Make time for it. Prioritize it. And treat it with the same level of importance as any other health habit.
It really does. I think sometimes we forget that. That's such great advice. It's not about striving for perfection right away.
No.
It's about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time.
One step at a time.
Maybe start by incorporating 1 or 2 of those sleep hygiene tips
Yeah. See how you feel.
into your routine and see how you feel.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
And don't be afraid to experiment a bit to find what works best for you.
Right. Everyone's sleep needs are different.
That's true.
So listen to your body and adjust your habits accordingly.
It's about finding that sweet spot where you're feeling refreshed and energized,
Yes.
both physically and mentally.
Exactly.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive into the world of sleep and focus.
It has.
It's incredible how much we can learn about ourselves and unlock our potential,
Just by paying attention to our sleep habits.
simply by paying attention to our sleep habits.
Yeah. It's powerful stuff.
It really is fascinating.
Yeah.
And the more we learn about sleep, the more we appreciate
I agree.
just how powerful a tool it is for improving our lives.
It really is.
Well said. Now, for our listeners who are ready to take their sleep and focus to the next level, we've got a fantastic resource for you.
Oh, yes.
Be sure to check out the show notes for a link to DigyKeys' Ability to Focus Guide.
It's a great guide.
It's packed with practical strategies to sharpen your concentration
Yes.
and make the most of your newfound sleep-powered focus
It's a great resource for anyone looking to really take control of their focus.
and reach their full potential.
Absolutely.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into sleep and focus.
Wow, that went by fast.
It did. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired to prioritize my sleep even more after this conversation.
You do. It's a great reminder that quality sleep is an investment.
In our overall well-being and success.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for listening.
And sweet dreams.
Like and subscribe for more insights and visit DigyKeys.com for resources like Ability to Focus, your guide to sharper concentration. See you next time.
Bye. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress.
Right. Small changes, big impact. So maybe listeners could try just 1 or 2 of those sleep hygiene tips to start, and then see how they feel.
Totally. And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to sleep.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everyone's different. So pay attention to what your body needs.
Listen to yourself.
Adjust those habits over time to find that sweet spot.
The sweet spot where you're waking up feeling refreshed and ready to go.
Exactly.
Well, I have to say, this has been a really fascinating deep dive into the connection between sleep and focus.
It really has.
It's amazing to think how much our sleep habits impact every aspect of our lives.
Seriously, like from our productivity at work to our creativity.
And our mood and even our relationships.
It all comes back to sleep.
It really does. And the more we learn about it, the more we appreciate how crucial it is.
Couldn't agree more.
For anyone who wants to keep exploring this topic.
Yes.
And learn even more about how to boost their focus.
We got you covered.
We do. Make sure to check out the show notes for a link to the DigyKeys Ability to Focus guide.
It's full of practical tips and strategies to sharpen your concentration.
Exactly. You'll be able to make the most of all that amazing sleep you'll be getting.
Right. Sleep will focus better.
And achieve more.
That's the goal.
And that brings us to the end of another deep dive.
Wow, that went by so fast.
I know, I'm feeling super motivated to prioritize my sleep now.
Me too. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Just kidding. But seriously, folks, take care of yourself. Get enough sleep.
Yes, prioritize those Z's.
And remember, your best work starts with your best rest.
So true.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
Like and subscribe for more insights, and visit DigyKeys.com for resources like Ability to Focus, your guide to sharper concentration. See you next time.